hey folks, how you doing? I'm going back to Brian PIccolo Park now on foot because I just can't have it. I can't have a game where I go 9 over par, teetering on 10 over par. I mean, you know, the last time I played there, now granted it wasn't windy the last time I played there, that makes a big difference. But the last time I went there, like for the 20 times before or more, I never got a double bogey. And that's the truth. I always wound up making them within 4 shots. And this is a pure par 3 over here at Brian PIccolo. So, I mean, I just can't quit right now. I haven't really eaten yet or anything, but I'll eat when I get to work. But I can't do it. I can't leave here knowing that I shitted out a 9 over, you know, for my subs and the people looking here, because people like disc golf. Sometimes they like watching people play disc golf. Now we've got a little bit of spitting going on here. There's a little bit of spitting going on, but I don't think we're going to get any real major rainstorms here. They dry up and they don't really come in unless it's very, very unusual. But let's just go ahead and try to get another round in over there. I'm not going to play any more than 1 round. And away we go to work. So now all of a sudden, every car in the world is coming over here to this desolate area right by the park. All right. So listen, folks, I'm going to put this on pause. And what I did, for good measure, is I bought my 2 better discs. This is the one that I signed twice, because twice I made it on the embankment over at the library. And, you know, for anybody, not only just a 63-year-old man, but, I mean, for anybody, that's hard to get a disc that far. So I'm proud of it, and I signed my discs. If I do that, I sign my disc, if nothing else, than to help me remember how great I am. So I really enjoy this, and I can't remember the last time before today of when I did any disc golf. The only other place you can go is Heritage Park. And Heritage Park, I just refuse to play the back 18. You know, the back 9. It is shitty. It's everything aggravates you over there. And actually, on the first 3 holes over there, like let me see. The first hole isn't bad. It's short. The second hole is a real easy football field kind of deal with a lot of trees and bushes on the left, but it's very doable. The third hole is a water hole, and I just refuse to play it to the right, so I have to go to the left. Ditto for hole 4 and hole 5. I don't know, but all I know is that the first 9, the top 9 of Heritage Park is fairly fun, with the exception of the 2 that will put you into the drink. So I'll go there. Maybe I'll go there tomorrow. I don't know. I have to go before the weekend if I go. And we'll try to get a little bit of disc action. And then they have the Snyder Park deal. And I erased the video now, but I wish I didn't, because I was so flustered. I'll just tell you that quick story. I had started learning how to play disc golf. And I didn't play disc golf. I just threw my discs for practice. So I had worked at this boating place, and there was a park right next door. And it wasn't a very big park, to be fair. But I didn't really know what I was doing with throwing golf discs. I ordered some, and I didn't have a clue what they meant, you know. So I bought like something. They were all Innova, too. So I bought like a Colt. And a Colt is only a slow disc, and it doesn't go very far. And I bought these wrong discs. And then as I started to buy them from Innova, I started getting discs that made more sense. You know, like a Shrike, a Wraith, other discs that would go far. And because when I first got my discs, it was awful. I couldn't even throw them 200 feet because I didn't understand that they were so much heavier and smaller. So it's like, it's really difficult to explain it to you, but for those of you who are purists with Frisbees, you have to adapt to these golf discs. And it is not easy. It's not easy to adapt. So, anyways, I'm almost here at Brian PIccolo. I've got maybe another quarter of a mile because it's way far over there. And as soon as I get set up, I'll put the camera on pause here now. And, I wanted to mention to you, Snyder Park. You can go there, but it's like the red-headed stepchild of disc golf down here. I don't know why Innova even has their baskets over there. Simon Lizette came down and talked about how great it was to jump on a flight to Fort Lauderdale for $90. And they stayed at this hotel, I guess, him and his friend. And his friend is a fucking ace. He's almost as good as Simon Lizette. That guy, god damn it. It's like this little Spanish guy that looks like the bass player from Audio Slave. That guy? Well, that bird's got a funny song. All right, whatever. But anyways, his sidekick is about as good as him, as far as I could tell. And he can't throw as far, of course. Simon Lizette can throw it like 800 feet or something. It's ridiculous. He held the world record for a while. But anyways, so I could go there, but the problem is, like the first hole is anemic. You're just throwing it from like here to that gatehouse. That's it. And it might be through a little bit of manageable pine trees or whatever the hell it is over there. Dade County pine trees or whatever it is over there. And it's not bad. And then, of course, they have no indicators for where the next hole is. One would think that they would do that, but Snyder Park doesn't put signs out. So you have to kind of find everything. And it's, just kind of strange to have to try to figure it all out. So the first time I went there, I walked because I didn't know if there was a charge. And there was something about it. That was the first time I ever went to play disc golf, because all I did before that was pretty much every weekend. I spent my weekends practicing throwing my discs. So, and I mean for hours and hours I did that. So it was like maybe just a little bit too much to play disc golf, you know what I mean? And it's not common down here. And like if you go to the store or you go to the sports store or anything like that, there's no discs. There's no golf discs. If you go to Walmart, I never seen a golf disc here. At least not a major brand, maybe a cheapie, but it's just pathetic. So this course, I will tell you about it. This is it right here. When I came in here, I couldn't find it. It was like a year ago. I came in here, somebody told me there was disc golf in here, and then on the sign it says disc golf. Well, I looked over here. Now, surely there can't be disc golf over there because you've got this big, gigantic softball field and, trees yonder. So how could there be a disc golf there? So I went over there. All I see is a bunch of basketball hoops and this and that and soccer fields. And I'm saying, where are the baskets? And then I asked the guy, because what happened was my friend told me about this. And I said to him, are there baskets? Is this something like, is it some other target besides baskets? I mean, I don't see anything here. He said, no, it's right there. So I came back a second time, because the first time I went way, way out there. Way out there, way out there, way, way, way out there. I didn't see one single sign of disc golf. Nothing. And, I saw a creek, and I saw some water, and more woods and stuff like that. I just couldn't figure it out. So finally, I asked the guy, and I said, where the hell is this place? He says, did you get to the place where they have not rugby, what's the name of that sport? Cricket? The cricket field? I said, yeah, I think I did see some guys playing cricket. They were it's on the left. He says, it's right by there. I said, I looked and I didn't see any baskets. He said, the cricket field is big, so you got to go past the cricket field. And there it is. And he was right. So then I started playing here. And the highlights of this for me was one time I came here and I was having an absolutely shitty game. I was so frustrated. It was in the summer, I know, because I was hot and sweaty. And I came up on this hole 5, and I made the shittiest throw I have ever made. It immediately got tangled up, and it was my second shot. And it got tangled up into the trees. And here I am about, I don't know, maybe 120 feet out. And I launched a forehand, and I just smashed those chains. I couldn't believe it. I had it on video, and it stunned me when I did it because I record these. I couldn't believe it. So this is what I saw, and I didn't see any disc golf field, just like a whole bunch of people playing cricket or talking about it or something. So give it a minute, folks. You can fast forward it if you want. But we're almost to hole 1. And like I told you, I don't have time to run 2 games. I probably could, but I don't want to push it. So I want to get a good game off here. Like I said, I brought the A-team this time. I bought a 167, which is a little lighter than that 170 Pestilence by Doomsday disc that I was playing with here. So I bought a 167 Corvette, which cuts the wind a little bit easier. And I bought my signature disc that I've signed twice because I throw that thing so far. And I really don't want to lose that one. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. But my goal this time is to do this course in less than 9 over, which is awful. Because it means you're fucking up all 9 holes. You're going beyond 3. Because this is a pure par 3 course. Yeah, cricket. See that? Cricket, that sign's got a guy, cricket. And I mean, that game of cricket, man, is dangerous. I was looking at those guys. Evidently, they can't let the only thing I can figure out about cricket is you can't let the ball hit the post behind the batter. If it hits the post, the batter's out. And those pitchers, who they call bowlers, they throw that ball as fast as a baseball pitcher. And that ball has no give. There's no leather on that ball. I don't know what the hell it's made of. But it's heavier, too. And the Indian people have gotten very, very good. And they're so good now that the women are now playing. In India, the women are now playing the sport. So, anyways, let me get my tripod set up. And I was able to talk my way through here okay, I got my thing out, my camera holder. So let's get that out. I got to get it up a little bit. There it is. And, well, there's the first hole. And this course runs from here, from that wall, and goes right through that little stretch there and goes all the way almost to the road, and then you come back on it. And that's why it's so hard to find it here. And there's just not real great big wide opens. And it's a constant threat to your discs. Like I said in my last video, cooler heads, smarter heads prevailed. And instead of having the launch, that basket right there is the basket for the second hole. And they had you running through that rut over there. But you see, they put a big fence here on this one over here. But right over there, when you try to play it, you lose your disc over that very anemic fencing over there, all 5.5 feet of it. So you wind up losing your disc, and that's the straight approach. Otherwise, you got to come out, throw it over here, and then throw it back to the basket. It's very difficult. And it's difficult because that's like a bunker over there, and you're about 6 feet below that ridge there. So it makes it difficult. And then you have trees over there, so you got to throw it exactly perfect, or you get stuck in there, you hit the branch, or you ground out on that elevated piece right there. So, okay, folks, here's round 1. I'm sorry to keep you waiting for so long. The sun is out again, and I didn't wear my hat this time. I just am not going to wear my hat. It's just a hindrance. So let's go ahead and snap this camera in, and then we'll get through this. And I'm going to move it right along because, oh, there's somebody playing. It's a rarity here. It's really rare when you see somebody playing. So let me put my discs down. I am going to use my love disc there, the one that I signed. I just love that disc, and I get good distance on it. All right, let's get it going. We'll put it here and get this thing up. And hopefully I won't turn the camera off. Let's get this going. Damn it, I can't. How am I doing here? All right, there. Okay, I gotta go this way, don't I? Okay, this way. There it is. All right, I'm getting my druthers together here. I'm trying not to turn off the camera. Okay, there we have it right there. And we are ready to rock and roll. So this guy looks like he's might be throwing around too. Or he just got done, or he's practicing probably. He's up on the forward one, that's for the ladies. Oh yeah, I guess he's going across. He's, oh no, he's gonna practice. Okay, well, I don't have any kind of disc like he does, so I won't have to worry about it. All right, here's the launch, and we are ready to rock and roll here. All right, he's just shooting for the basket as well. So here we go. The basket straight in. It is 304 feet. And the problem here is that this place is made for left-handers. They do very well because when you throw right-handed with your power, you do it with your backhand. It means the disc is going to go off to the left. It always does. So all these holes have hindrances like that chain over there, that fence, and if it goes in there, I think you can go around. I haven't played it in 4 months, but you used to be able to go in there, go all the way around, and you could see how he's going to hit the fence there, but it still turns into a fair shot. So I'll wait for him to throw, and then I'll launch my baby here. That's a good throw. Looks like it's not quite. Still like a 40-foot putt. Got a couple more, and then and I'm with the wind. I should be able to do this pretty well. All right, not bad. He's got straight in shots. It looks like he's got 2 more discs. They don't look like Innova discs either. Okay. Oh, nice shot. That is a nice one. It's not, well, it rolled pretty good too, so those are very doable shots. All right, there he is. Okay, a little high, but again, right on the beam. All right, let's get to it. Hole 1. Hey, guy, I'm going to throw. Here we go. Okay, I'm trying to be safe there because I don't want to lose my disc. Bummer. But I don't want to lose my disc because I lost it in the tree over there last time, and I'm not sure if you can get across there. And if the disc goes in there, you may lose your disc. So, or it may not be accessible. I don't know. It's always looking like that, but I just don't know. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll play through. Can you still get in there, or is it locked? Yeah, you got to go all the way around, right? Oh, it's open? I wish I would have known that. I would have thrown that my first shot with a lot more gusto. All right, well, I found out that... Yeah, I know. One time I almost got it on the roof there. I wouldn't surprise me to see a couple of discs on the roof. I got pretty close up there, about 10 feet from the top. I played a 9 over today. Awful, absolutely awful. Well, I played here like 100 times, and that's about the worst game I ever played.
Right now, I've got 2 months in, and most of this I can throw. I've got a few birdies out there, but mostly I can throw.
I only got a birdie twice, and I did it on that hole number 8. That's it. All right, folks. Here we go. It's going to be very difficult. The wind is being... Oh, that's great. Thank you. This nice guy is going to hold the camera up for me. That's what you get when you get a
Wind's just
Timu
crazy right now.
thing here. All right, I'm going to go with my heavier disc here because it is quite windy here. It's been messing up my day. Ah! Skip something.
There you go.
Park. Yeah, that's park. That's all right. I don't think I'm going to miss. What kind of discs are you throwing? We got, some guy came out here with Ozark Mountain discs or something. I never heard of it before.
To be honest, my favorites are this blue one here. The other ones.
A nuke. I've heard of the nuke. I had a nuke and I lost it. I don't know what happened
This
to
one,
it.
the blue one.
What is it? What brand? Oh, it's Innova.
Yeah, it's.
What is it? A destroyer?
I have 2 destroyers.
Yeah, they're good. I've thrown them far.
And this one, and they're pretty good. I like them.
Yeah, I like them too. I can throw them pretty good. What is this one? Innova. Oh, a Mako 3. Yeah, it's a mid-range. What is this one? There's another mid-range with Statue of Liberty on it.
A kit I bought when I first started.
Oh, yeah, they come in a kit. A 5-speed with 5 glide. That's definitely, you're talking about approach discs. The River, I've heard good things about.
There's the red one. Well, this one.
Yeah, the River is supposed to be really nice.
This one's probably my favorite.
Let's see.
It's another destroyer.
But the destroyers are great discs. You got to learn how to throw them because they're hard to throw. It's like a 13, isn't it? It's a 12.5.
Yep.
Well, I got a lot of favorite discs, but I use almost all Innova. Yeah, almost all. In fact, I've only got one. I played this morning with Pestilence, made by Doomsday Discs.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that Ozark company. Maybe they're all right. I saw some guy playing today on YouTube. Yeah, and that'll be it. I'll be able to get onto the thing there. And I would really like to sink this because it would keep me at par. I'm just trying to get better than a 9 over. Oh,
that's
man,
me.
what a bummer. All right, thank you, man.
No problem.
What a bummer. So I go 1 over. This is not a good start, folks, but I tried. Sometimes that's just what happens. You can talk to the pros. They make a long shot. It hits the chains and it bounces out. Doesn't count. So let's go ahead and do this now. This is, like I said, down there used to be a ditch. That's a ditch. And the basket is straight down there, right side of the trees at the end. The problem is they never bothered putting a tall fence here. So you lose your disc virtually every time if you make any kind of a mistake. So this is where I lost my last disc a couple hours ago, as a matter of fact. So now let's get into it, and I will go to a part 2 after this throw. Yeah, that guy's got some pepper on that throw. Okay, I'm going to use my good disc. Now remember, as I throw this as a backhand, it's going to drift to the left. It is not helpful. Here we go. Awful. Absolutely awful. I'm afraid of those trees. I got hung up in those trees last time and it took my disc. My little lightweight 136 Shrike. So we've also got the wind coming in and it could make the disc, really hard wind like this. And if it's up in the air, and the wind hits it like that, it could get snagged up into those trees again. And this is one of my favorite discs. Now, why I brought it, I probably shouldn't have bought it. There is the basket over there. And I'm going to have to go with my heavier disc, my 167. And we'll have to see if I can manage this right here. Let's go ahead and get it. Second shot, this is a par 3, so I got to get it set up here. Way, way, way too far. Okay, fortunately it hit there because it would have went way, way over to the fence. As it were, okay, it's going to be my 3rd shot, so that's going to be my last chance for par. Otherwise, I'm going to go 2 over, and that is a bummer. I'm glad it hit this branch because if it didn't, it would have went way down to the fence there. I mean, it may have anyway, I don't know. But maybe the wind is real sharp right now. Let me see where that disc is. Hopefully it didn't go all the way down. Okay, it's right here. That's going to be a long throw. for par. And I can't see how it's going to go so swimmingly. But let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Trying to get this camera to stay put. Sorry, folks. All right, let's see what I can do. I'm going to use the heavier disc here. Here we go. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so like I told you,